Hi guys, Iron Cameraman here, and today we're diving deep into one of the biggest questions currently sparking all kinds of theories. Who exactly is this Duke character Astro Juggernaut mentioned in the latest episode? If he's bringing up someone like Duke to our favorite G-Toilet, it's gotta mean Duke's a big deal. Remember, G-Toilet used to command the Astro Toilets, so Duke definitely isn't just another villain passing by. Duke has to have some serious power and influence in this story. Now, some fans have speculated that Duke may not even be the ultimate villain, that there's someone much more powerful lurking behind him. Today, we'll get into the details and see if we can confirm whether this theory holds up. We also need to talk about that strange appearance G-Toilet made in Part 4 of Episode 77. Up until now, we hadn't seen any regular characters use invisibility. That's usually reserved for Secret Agent and his allies. So, what's going on here with G-Toilet's powers? This could mean our theories about G-Toilet and Secret Agent working together might actually be true, or are they? We'll be digging deep into this plot twist, analyzing it closely, and figuring out what all these new clues mean. Oh, and we can't skip over the recent shorts that Dafuq Boom released. There's a lot to unpack, so if you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe to stay tuned for more content like this. Alright, let's get started. So, first up, let's talk about the recently released shorts from Dafuq Boom. They're essentially short clips from Part 4 of Episode 77. While they don't differ much from the original episode, there are a few subtle details worth noting. In the first short, we see Juggernaut after his epic showdown with Titan, repeating his iconic lines. Right after, the Skibidi Toilets show up, and their legendary theme song plays. It's been slightly shortened in the full episode for copyright reasons, but in this short, Mr. Boom included the entire track. The second short doesn't add much new either. It simply shows G-Toilet appearing and having his conversation with Astro Juggernaut. These shorts aren't groundbreaking, but they're still fun, and Dafuq is likely using them to keep his feed active, since shorts often rake in more views than regular videos. He's also staggered their release every 2 to 3 days instead of posting them all at once, which is a smart move to keep viewers coming back. There's nothing unusual in their titles or descriptions. They're just labeled as excerpts from Part 4 of Episode 77. Alright, now let's get to the real juicy stuff. Who is this Duke character that Juggernaut brought up? Based on their conversation, it's clear Duke is an elite Astro Toilet with significant authority. Many of his soldiers are already on Earth, which means he has substantial command and influence. However, it's unlikely that he's the Emperor or the supreme leader of the entire Astro race. Why? Let me explain my reasoning. The title, Duke, hints at a feudal system of governance. Typically, in a feudal system, a duke would control a certain territory, have loyal subjects and a private army, but ultimately report to a king or emperor who could summon him and his army at any moment. This structure was common in medieval Europe, and I wouldn't be surprised if Boom drew inspiration from it for the Astro Toilet world. Taking this into account, Duke probably isn't the very top of the hierarchy. He likely answers to someone more powerful. I have a theory. When Astro Juggernaut said, "The Duke will never forgive your betrayal," he might have been referring to a personal betrayal, maybe even a fractured friendship. Let me explain why. If G-Man had really betrayed the Emperor, wouldn't the Emperor just order his execution outright? Astro Juggernaut's line would have been something like, "The Emperor wants you dead," which would be in line with the cold, ruthless nature of the Astro Toilet race. But by mentioning the Duke's disappointment, Juggernaut implies a closer, more personal connection between Duke and G-Toilet. It's as if they were once friends. But after G-Toilet's betrayal, Duke couldn't just let it slide. Maybe Duke even negotiated to have G-Toilet exiled to Earth instead of killed, essentially saving his life. After all, the Astro Toilets are a smart and ruthless race. They wouldn't just let a traitor run off with an army capable of conquering Earth. So it's likely that Duke's intervention was the reason G-Toilet is still alive. And this brings to mind another interesting moment. Back in Episode 60, when the Astro Toilets first tried to kill G-Toilet, the scientist intervened and said something crucial. Right after he spoke, they backed off. If all of them are supposed to be traitors, scientists' actions could be seen as a new rebellion. The Astro Toilets wouldn't simply ignore such an act of defiance. Here's what I think happened. Maybe the scientist mentioned that they were under Duke's protection. After that incident, the Astro Toilets decided not to attack again, instead reaching a small truce. The idea that scientists alone could command that much respect doesn't seem likely, but Duke protecting G-Toilet and his crew does make sense. Maybe they were friends, and Duke couldn't just leave our hero to die. This theory also explains why G-Man didn't respond to Juggernaut when he mentioned Duke. Instead, he ignored the comment and got straight to business. The line, "The Duke will never forgive your betrayal," sounds like Juggernaut was trying to guilt-trip G-Toilet, maybe even to slow him down or stop him. Here's another intriguing thought. If Duke is linked to a Duchess, it would explain why she's always surrounded by Astro soldiers. They're likely protecting her because she's Duke's wife. Imagine how dramatic it would be if G-Toilet, who might have been close friends with Duke, now finds himself crossing paths with the Duchess. This dynamic could add another layer of drama to the plot, giving us a fresh perspective on Astro Toilet society. But let's circle back to G-Toilet's strange battlefield appearance. He seemed to materialize out of nowhere, sneaking up on Juggernaut and even managing to land a hit. This invisibility power is unique, as it was previously only available to Secret Agent and his allies. All of these little details, green energy spheres, his connection with the scientist, invisibility, and those random TV books scattered around the toilet's base, point toward some sort of alliance between G-Toilet and Secret Agent. Could it be that they're planning something major? At this point, it's hard to dismiss the connection between these characters. There's a good chance that Mr. Boom and G-Toilet are working together, possibly to take on Titan Cameraman. Remember, the Astro Toilet's network was cut off, but it's unlikely that Dafuq Boom would interfere directly. G-Toilet and his team were probably the ones actively fighting, with Dafuq offering support behind the scenes. This could also explain why Secret Agent has been absent lately. He's probably tied up with this mysterious plan. And here's a thought. If Titan Cameraman is alive and well, why hasn't he revealed himself to the Alliance? It's a great question, and honestly, one I hadn't considered before. At first, I assumed this was simply Boom building suspense, but after observing a pattern, I think there's more to it. I'll dive deeper into this in my next video, so if you're as curious as I am, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to stay updated. And hey, if you want to chat more about these theories, don't forget to join our Discord. The link's in the description. Until next time, bye-bye.